I knew there was something going on with Sword Maiden, man. I mean, I simply knew there was something, and hopefully everything goes right with the new green screen. As you guys either see in the background because I didn't remove it, or because I did not see this issue arising of me not being able to get it to work. So either way, hopefully it's working. Hopefully we got the cool background going on there. So that's something that thanks to you guys on Patreon, much appreciated. If you guys do want to go check that out, link in the description. But with that being said, let's talk about Goblin Slayer. So, Goblin Slayer, episode 9, man. 3 more to go, right? 10, 11, 12. I do not believe there's an episode 13. So, Sword Maiden. I knew there's something going on there. You know, she's someone who knew what was going on underground. She knew about the gate. She basically led people to their death. Think about that. She did not warn people. She did not, you know, she had a lot of information she did not give out. So that would get people killed. Think about that. It puts you at a disadvantage, especially whenever someone knows what's down there, per se, and what kind of goblins are down there, like the Goblin Champion, the gate that they flood into, and how many goblins could possibly be down there because there's a gate to their world, right? So that's something that's really kind of shady, right? And that's something that's terrible to do. So Sword Maiden, I don't know how I feel about you. You have a lot of issues that you definitely need to get through for sure. So other than that though, I gotta say, man, I love the atmosphere. Studio White Fox can do anything right. It's the atmosphere. And the director is actually the same person that did ReZero, so the atmosphere is not something that I am surprised about. You know, there's 2 directors in ReZero, one that did really the first half and the other one did the second half, and they both did a great job. But one thing I am kind of disappointed about is skipping of content. You know, I heard there's some cool stuff that was supposed to go back down on the farm where Goblin Slayer lives. So that's something that's kind of upsetting. I'm not the happiest camper about that. I want to explore those things. You know, that's something that's been built up. That's a relationship between our main character and someone connected to his past and his sister. You know, the whole reason why he is a Goblin Slayer today. And that's something that just kind of, it just rubs me the wrong way that the director chose to do that. I mean, let me see what these last 3 episodes do, and that's going to tell me whether they made the right decision or not. Because obviously, if there is nothing there, right? If there is nothing good at the end of the show, like nothing that's great, spectacular, an arc that is must see, then it was all for nothing. You should have added that in. You shouldn't have skipped content. And I will hold my favorite studio, Studio White Fox, to that, okay? I will. I don't, you know, I'm not giving you slack. If I see something I don't like, I'll blame you. I've heard the manga's great. I heard the light novel's great. Well, then why isn't Goblin Slayer living up to that potential? Because if you really look at an anime should always be better. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. The anime should always be better because they're bringing the characters you love and the writing you love to life. It should be better. Right? I mean, that's just logic. It should be, but that's not always the case. Goblin Slayer's not bad, but when I hear about the manga and the light novel, that stuff is amazing, and Goblin Slayer is good. It's B material, but it should be A+ according to what I'm hearing about the source material. So, other than that, though, I love the way the fight was orchestrated once again. Fights are the best thing about Goblin Slayer. The downtime with Goblin Slayer actually, you know, is something that really kind of deters people. And that showed whenever, like, episodes 6 and 5, or is 6 and 5 or 6 to 7, to where they're just kind of, you know, roaming around the city or the town in which they inhabited at the Adventurers Guild. And then they just kind of had, like, another really slow setup episode to where they finally have to speak to Sword Maiden, but we never really got the gist of what was going on quite yet. And those 2 episodes really drag the show down because they're that dull, and it just goes to show that Goblin Slayer is just not that kind of show. So I am glad to see that we have gotten into some nice stuff. So next episode looks as if we may be going back to that kind of dull episode, but there is only 3 episodes left, so they have to be in a hurry to do something to get to some kind of arc. Hopefully that does not equal more skip material, but other than that, I feel as if Goblin Slayer has a lot of good qualities. It doesn't always capture those good qualities, and its bad qualities, you know, the director didn't quite know how to elevate them, and or someone else was pushing, you know, like the publisher saying you have to skip this because we want this in the first episode, we want sales to go up. So there's a lot of different variables that go into stuff like this, and I know this is supposed to be a review, and it has been somewhat of a review for sure, but at the same time, I'm just trying to tell you guys why some things are like they are. Sometimes the publisher is the one doing it. You know, a director directs an anime, sure, but maybe a publisher says, hey, we want you guys to do this. We're paying you this amount of money. We're giving you this kind of 7-figure kind of dollars, but here's the deal. We want this in the first season. We want you to fit this in. This is what we want. This is the best part. You know, this is when the book start. This volume is when the book started selling. This is what we made in the first episode. We want it to be squeezed in. And, you know, that's just something that publishers may do. You never know. Japan is a very private kind of business, which is just kind of odd. Because if they were not as private, they would probably have more funding for shows and whatnot. So, I mean, they'd probably get season 2s and 3s without even having to sell merchandise, because the studios would probably be funded by the globe. A lot of people watch anime, millions upon millions of people watch it. So, I mean, it's very close to being a tier 1 kind of media. So that's just something that's just kind of weird to me. But Goblin Slayer is... It has me invested in it again. It's not that Anime of the Year potential. No, stop it. It has not done anything that great. If you're a manga reader, don't give me that. Come on. Let's just, I mean, it's just as good as Attack on Titan. Season 3. I don't care about what happens in the manga. I don't care about what happens in the light novel. Is it as good? No. That's just, it's simple. Is it as good as My Hero Academia this season? No. It's as good as Bunny Girl Senpai? No. But it's damn good. It's just not that A plus, A minus, A kind of, you know, grade material. So yeah. Other than that though, guys, you guys have been Hex. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Fun2X25. Hope the background is working. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.